Hi, this is Will Fontenot with Fontenot Spevak, and today we're going to talk about the case of Blake v. Smith, which talks about the difference between sole legal custody and joint legal custody. So if you want to look up this case, you can do that just through Google. Just Google Blake v. Smith 2023 Utah App 78, and you can pull this up. This was a 3rd District case out of Salt Lake City. Sue Chan was the judge on this case. And this was just a custody case. This was not a divorce case. And it was 2 parents who were basically fighting over custody of a child. Following trial, the district court adjudicated Blake as the child's father and awarded Smith, the mother, sole physical and sole legal custody of a child. It's somewhat rare for one parent to be ordered or awarded sole legal custody of a child, but it happened here. There is a presumption in the law that joint legal custody is in the best interest of the child, but that presumption was rebutted here for reasons that we'll talk about in just a minute. The interesting thing about the judge's decision here, though, is that she also awarded joint decision-making between the parties, even though she also awarded mother sole legal custody, which the Court of Appeals had a problem with. The mother had a problem with it, but of course the Court of Appeals had a problem with it as well, and that portion of the order was vacated. We'll explain why that is now. What is legal custody? The court defines legal custody here. Legal custody is the ability to make major decision in a child's life, while physical custody encompasses the ability to make day-to-day decisions in a child's life. Joint legal custody is defined as the sharing of rights, privileges, duties, and powers of a parent by both parents. So taken together, it follows that an award of sole legal custody does not involve the sharing of those rights, but joint legal custody does involve the sharing, which is why it is that it was inconsistent for the court to award mother sole legal custody, but then also requiring joint decision-making. It just didn't make sense that those two things would exist together because they are so very clearly in contrast to one another. The court made some findings about why it is that the court was going to award the mother sole legal custody. Here's what the court found. There was very little evidence provided that either parent could function appropriately with co-parenting skills, that it was unclear whether the parties could work together to reach shared decisions in the child's best interest, and that there was very little evidence the parties actually discussed and made decisions together. And so that was the reason why the court decided to award sole legal custody to the mother, because the parties just could not make decisions together. Apparently, maybe they were a little too combative. And the Court of Appeal agreed with the mother here that the district court abused its discretion when it awarded Smith sole physical and legal custody, while also at the same time ordering a joint decision-making arrangement between Smith and Blake. Furthermore, these competing provisions belie the court's own findings regarding the child's best interest as it relates to legal custody. As such, we vacate the portion of the court's custody award or ordering joint decision-making arrangement. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight on what the difference is between legal custody and physical custody, and hopefully that also describes a little bit more about what the difference is between sole legal custody and joint legal custody. If you have a custody case in Davis County and you want our help, give us a call, 801-312-9330, 801-312-9330. We serve Davis County, Salt Lake County, and Weber County.